Let's get it.
Here's the thing. We're obviously in different places, okay? And we have different points of view in the relationship. But she's talking about not reconciling, and I don't know why we can't, which means I'm clueless to what the real problem is. So it's complicated.
This dude with the I don't know and I'm clueless as to what's going on in my own life is ridiculous. You have you have every reason to understand what is happening and why you're not in the relationship that you started out in and why that relationship fell apart. If you don't know why the relationship fell apart, you need to shut up and start listening. Because it's not as though Janelle has not explained to you why she doesn't feel comfortable going back into the relationship as it was crafted and as it stood right before they broke up. Now, I want to get into it, and I also want to talk about something else that I noticed in this particular episode that I thought maybe could be a talking point for some of the future discussions that we'll have on this matter. Now, before I get into it, I would simply ask that if you guys are enjoying the content, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. It helps me know that you guys are enjoying the content and you're getting something from it, which is really important to me. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? It's easy to do. Plus, it's free. I mean, you can't beat the price. Come on now. If you subscribe to the channel, it helps the channel out. It helps me out. And hey, who doesn't want to help a brother out? So go ahead and give me that HBO special, which stands for Help a Brother Out Special, by clicking that subscribe button, ringing a bell for notifications, and you will be notified when I upload content just like this. Now, let's get it. Now, again, when Kody is sitting there talking about he doesn't understand what's going on in the relationship and I don't know what's happening, and all of a sudden this makes me a sympathetic character, it does not. It fails to make you a sympathetic character because you are a part of this relationship. You should know what's going on in your relationship and why your relationship isn't succeeding. The fact that you don't know why your relationship is failing and why it's not succeeding, why your partner of 30 plus years doesn't want to continue that relationship and you have no idea why, that's part of the reason why they don't want to continue the relationship. Because you've been asleep at the wheel. You've been asleep at the switch. You don't understand what's going on. You haven't been involved. And because you haven't been involved, you haven't demonstrated to your partner that this relationship is important enough for you to pay attention to what's going on. Now, of course, because you missed the benefit of being in a relationship, the benefit that you may receive. Some of us may be in similar situations where the benefit may be sexual. It could be financial. It could be your company. Like, to be honest with you, some of us are diamonds in the rough, and you're a supportive person who lends so much to the people that you're involved with just by you sitting there saying, baby, I believe in you, baby, you can do it. That takes a person a lot further than a lot of even the money or the physical intimacy can possibly do. That means a lot. Now, does that mean that that person's automatically going to want to be with you and spend their time with you and marry you and have you for the rest of their life? No. But they do enjoy that benefit of having you around. Your presence, having you around, is a benefit to them. Kody receives all kinds of benefits by having Janelle around. So, of course, he wants to fold her back into the same old relationship that they had before. The problem that he's having and why he's so confused is because historically, they would break up, then they would get back together, and then like old shoes, you slip your feet in them. They're comfortable. They might not be nude and might not be the best looking thing in the closet, but they fit good, and you know how they fit, and you know what you can expect from them. That's where he is with Janelle. He doesn't necessarily want to take her out on the town and show her off. See, in his mind, when he slips into that relationship, he knows what it's going to feel like. He knows what he can expect from it. And more importantly, he knows what benefit he can receive from being in that relationship. When people are having problems in these relationships, again, if it's something that's important to you, you're not only going to understand what's happening, But if you don't know what's going on genuinely, you have no idea, you will take steps to find out. You will ask questions. What's going on? Why can't we get this worked out? I don't understand what the problem is. What are you feeling? What's the holdup? What is your obstacle from us being able to unite again? These are conversations that you would have. There's also just a very subtle point of, they have developed some distance in their relationship. And that's one of the things that I thought would be interesting to talk about in this video. How many of us have been out and we've run into people that maybe we knew from high school or grade school or college, or, when we were younger and we had that first job, and we run into these people that we were cool with and we were friends with. And we try to pick up that relationship right where we left off. But it's all folly. Because when you try to pick up that relationship where you left off, you don't recognize the fact that you are two different people. Even though you were good friends back in high school, at first job or college, you might even been roommates, you might even shared all kinds of things with this person. When rubber meets the road, you are complete strangers. So this is just a stranger who's wearing your old friend's face and maybe carries their name. But make no mistake that you don't know this person anymore. You have to essentially start over when you reconnect with people that you used to hang out with, that you used to be cool with. As you go through things and you experience life, because life has a way of changing people, you have to understand what changes have occurred to this person that you consider to be your friend. And some of the questions that you have to ask isn't whether we can reconcile our friendship, whether we can reconcile our relationships, whether we can get back together again. The first question you should ask is this a person who I would want to have a relationship with? Is this a person who is my friend? Like, I call him my friend. Is this a person who I would be friends with? In some cases, maybe they've changed so much. Their value system has changed. The things that they felt are important has changed so much that it's almost reprehensible to you and your code of honor, your code of ethics. Maybe they've stayed the exact same as they have in high school or college or that first job. They haven't changed or developed at all. And you have already started to evolve in your professionalism, your social life, your relationship status, etc., etc., etc. And that person no longer fits in your life. And there's nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to that kind of thing. Like, you're going to experience that in life. I mean, half of us will sit there and say, I don't understand how this could happen. I was married to that person for 5 years or 10 years, and all of a sudden I woke up next to a stranger. That's because you haven't changed and evolved together. You weren't involved with each other. Either they didn't let you in or you didn't let them in. Either way, you have grown beyond one another. And when that happens, there is no place for that person in your life. So that's what I see with the issue concerning Janelle and Kody. I think rightly so, Janelle is taking the position that we have to start all over. And I think she's taking it more from the perspective of, I want to redefine our relationship. I don't want our relationship to be like it was before, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But beyond that, you have to figure out if this person can be the thing that you need them to be. So before you figure out whether you want to reconcile a relationship, you have to even figure out whether you like this person or not. This new person that's in front of you. Because even though you've known each other for 20, 30, 40 years, they very well may be a stranger. That's my take. I'm James. This has been my take on reality, and I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side.